Move over. Move.
Shame on! Shame on! Shame on!
I need the police, sir. We have no guns. This is a peaceful protest.
Shame on!
This is a...
Shame on!
That is some of the footage that has emerged of anti-Israel protesters blocking freight trains in Regina, Canada, in an attempt to stop goods being transported while they call for a ceasefire in Gaza. You can see there these protesters are yet again chanting anti-Semitic phrases to the river, to the sea.
From the river to the sea! From the river to the sea! Palestine will be free! From the line will be free! From the river to the sea!
We're policing the police. Screwed up. And you get off on this. Quit saying my name like you know me.
All we're asking you is to join your friends down there.
Right, my friends. Well, all our friends should have been on the track. You guys, we're trespassing. Exactly. Trespassing. How many times have you guys trespassed? The fact that you guys don't see the connections between what's happened here with indigenous people and indigenous is the problem. I'll step back for peace. Smile for the camera one more time. Smile one more time.
Around 5 pro-Palestinian protesters were arrested after blocking one of the city's most visible railways for several hours to protest against Canada's support of Israel's right to defend itself. But sadly, we're seeing extreme action being carried out that's often dangerous and causing significant disruption. But we're also seeing dangerous views being expressed. Listen to this protester who claims that what took place on October 7 was not a terror attack.
They are our voice. They are the voice of the truth. We rely on them to spread the truth. It is not a conflict. It is a genocide. When you say it's a conflict, you are talking about army in front to army. It's not army in front to army. It is an army, criminal army in front of a resistance of people has the right to defend their land. They have the right. What happened is on October 7, they start spreading the lies to scare people, talking about the victory our people did in October 7. No, it wasn't a terrorist attack. Now there will be a videos being disclosed now and go on, and we've been watching some of them, and some leaks from the Israeli media saying that the Israeli army shooted their civilians, their people. Many of the people who were killed in October 7th from the other side were killed by the IDF. By the IDF, they have a law or a policy or protocol called Hannibal. Hannibal protocol, whenever there is any person kidnapped, in order to not be forced by the other or by the resistance to exchange prisoners, they killed everybody in the city, including their people. This is the Zionist entity.
It's hard to watch and listen to, particularly for those who have loved ones who were among the 1,200 people killed by Hamas terrorists and relatives of the more than 200 people who were kidnapped on October 7. Now, the Israel Defense Forces says 6 hostages have been released by Hamas and are being transferred to Israel by the Red Cross. It follows the release of 2 female hostages earlier in the day, but an attack in Jerusalem overnight is placing renewed pressure on a potential new ceasefire agreement between the 2 sides.
They make their way through the sand dunes heading towards the Mediterranean Sea. They're looking for safety in Gaza. They hope they find it here. This is Al Mawazi, a Bedouin settlement in the southern corner of the Gaza Strip. In reality, it's a barren wilderness, 1 kilometre wide and 14 kilometres long. But it's here the Israeli Defense Forces have said up to 2 million people should move as the restarting of the Gaza war seems inevitable. Some have arrived, building makeshift shelters that flap in the winds. These homes are built on sand, there are no floors. It already seems overcrowded.
Not everyone is here yet, and the situation is already catastrophic, let alone if they bring everybody here. Then there will be a huge catastrophe. I swear to God, already so many old people have died of diseases they just couldn't survive.
The United States Secretary of State is in the region visiting the West Bank and holding talks with the Israeli leadership. It's all about the ceasefire and talking to Israel about the next phase of the war. For now at least, the handover of Israeli hostages and the exchange with Palestinian prisoners has kept the ceasefire alive. Negotiations are ongoing for it to continue. In Jerusalem, though, mainly young women took to the streets, waving flags and holding up banners saying Israel stands strong. It follows a terrorist attack on a bus queue. 2 Hamas members killed 3 and injured 5 in the gun attack.
Well, there's a long history of apparently random terror attacks on locations in Israel, buses and bus stops, and this has been hit many times in the past. They're all linked to tensions in the West Bank, but now also the war in Gaza, and there is every expectation in Israel that will be more attacks like this one.
The Hamas link to this attack is evidence enough for the government here that Hamas can't be allowed to exist. It's unclear what effect, if any, it'll have on the ceasefire negotiations.
This is the same Hamas. This is the same Hamas that carried out the terrible massacre on October the 7th. The same Hamas that tries to murder us everywhere.
For the people of Gaza, a week of respite has allowed them to draw breath. But short of an unexpected and highly unlikely settlement, this war is set to continue. Stuart Ramsey, Sky News, Israel.